Wow, here we are, everyone. Welcome to the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Seems incredible, doesn't it? I want to welcome everyone and thank you all for joining us for this dawning of the age of Aquarius observance event. We're very honored. I'm Essence Ka, founder and one of the Krones of the International Koalition of Krones, and we are extremely honored not only to be hosting this event, but most definitely honored that each of you have joined us. I want to take a quick moment to acknowledge each of you for the level of commitment that you yourself are giving in service to this collective. As I recently stated in something I shared online, this is not a one-piece puzzle. It takes every one of us. So, Gashaim. I want to now ask the other two Krones, Kabaha, if you would go first and unmute to introduce themselves and say just a few words.
Good morning, all. Well, first of all, thank you for joining us on this very special day. I'm Kobaha. I'm an intuitive spiritual facilitator and crystal therapist. These are exciting times, so much potential for growth, and I'm sure Essence will talk more about it during this chat. Thank you again.
Hi, I'm Ariane. How are you doing? I'm just thankful that everybody is able to come and join us today, either now in real time or in no time, no space. It is an amazing time of potential and growth, as Kobaha says, and I am deeply honored to actually be here at this time in the things that are going on at the moment. So I say I'm Ariane and I'm from far north of Queensland. It's the middle of the night and I'm pouring sweat. Welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ladies. Okay, we are nearing the point that I really want in time, that I really want us to make note of. So I'm going to quickly move into a little bit of information. I'm not going to share a lot of the details of the astrological alignments and stuff. First of all, I shared quite a bit of that on our last chat. If you, and secondly, at this point, for those of us who have interest and are participating in this event, that's pretty much been shared everywhere. You can find that information. So, but according to the information ascertained through the use of Metatronic Numerology, the exact time, the doorway of the dawning of the age of Aquarius will be in perfect alignment with our collective reality is during this great conjunction, it's what's known as the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, when it aligns with our December solstice of Earth. So today, December 21st, 2020. During this alignment with the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn and Earth's December solstice, there will be a time span of 1 hour, 11 minutes, 31 seconds when the doorway into the age of Aquarius stands fully open and is the most perfect memory point on the fabric of space-time in which to consciously and intentionally step through into the energy field of the new age of humanity and Earth's future. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. So from the perspective of Metatronic Numerology, that exact time of the dawning of the age of Aquarius is from 1524-26 UTC to 1635-05 UTC on December 21st, 2020. And that is why we are gathered here now in this moment to consciously and intentionally come together as a group collective consciousness and participate in holding space and stepping into where humanity is headed. Where we're actually standing is within the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It is that exact point, and we are just minutes away from that starting of that 1 hour, 11 minutes and 31 seconds. Where the overlapping of the waning dusk of the age of Pisces and the dawning of the age of Aquarius begins. It is these two ages overlapping that create the Vesica Pisces, the sacred geometric form known as the cosmic yoni. This is the birth portal of the cosmic. The Vesica Pisces, the cosmic yoni, is where not only new realities and new dimensions are birthed into our collective reality experience, or maybe better stated, is where we move into these new realities and new dimensions. But it is also where sacred knowledge is birthed into our reality, where it's birthed into form, it's birthed into existence. It is the birth portal to expanded levels of consciousness that we can now, in this moment, really only yet imagine. It is where we are birthed into our destiny as fully conscious, multidimensional beings, if and only if we learn to steer our way into those expanded realms. Remember, intention is the steering mechanism of consciousness. It is here, right now, where we, on our conscious collective journey, as in the language of Lemuria, Unsche Anapau Nagian, the ancient future transitioning immortals, begins. There are several frequencies, according to Metatronic Numerology, that are very closely associated with this event. Oh, there are two of them I would like to speak of. The first one is the 522 dual frequency. It's Metatronic Numerology I am keyword phrase says, I am a spark of the divine rational mind. I hold the vision of the building of the sacred structure of reality within self, and I anchor this vision into the physical realms. What that is saying to us is that each of us, and we know this, each of us is a spark, a fractal holographic piece of this universe, what comprises and builds and is this universe, the divine rational mind. And within us, because we are fractal holographic pieces, we hold the full knowledge and the vision of how to build the sacred structure of reality. And then because we exist in physical form, here, now, on this memory point of the fabric space-time, we can anchor that vision into this physical realm. There is another second very powerful frequency associated with this event. And if any Metatronic Numerology frequency speaks more clearly of the purpose and possibilities of the dawning of the age of Aquarius being ushered into our reality at this moment, I can think of none. I can tell you right now, there are so many frequencies coming in, flowing into our quadrant of the galaxy and our solar system, that retrieving the I am keyword phrases, which is how I perceive that, will take me weeks, even months, to even feel like I'm beginning to catch up. Yet I would be remiss if I did not mention this frequency. As we come upon that moment at the beginning of the exact opening, of the dawning of the age of Aquarius, which is creating the overlap point where it meets the closing of the age of Pisces and the opening of the age of Aquarius. We are now in this moment officially in that beginning moment. I would like for you to take a deep breath, center yourself, feel yourself standing in the center of this overlapping, these two spheres of reality, these two spheres of consciousness reality, the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius, and we stand in the center. This frequency that I am speaking of is known as the 99-11-11 dual frequency. Its Metatronic Numerology I am keyword phrase is, I am the awakening. Selflessly, I draw myself forward from out of the darkness of slumber and expose that which is hidden. I am the light seen in darkness. This frequency clearly speaks to us about what is transpiring. It clearly speaks of the work we're here to do. And it clearly speaks of the knowledge that we are here as star seeds in awakened human form to be of service to the collective consciousness of humanity. But beyond that, we are here to be of service to the greater galactic mind and the knowledge of how we, as human, as starseed, as galactic citizens, indeed as universal citizens, okay, as those fractal holographic pieces of the divine rational mind, how we fit into the cosmic mind and the divine sacred plan of the universal consciousness to come to experience itself in all forms of consciousness and physicality. We are here to learn. We are here to know, to experience, to love, to share, to expand, to create, to know self. These energies are something that I think most of us are, in a lot of ways, surprised to find ourselves sitting within in this physical lifetime. Even though this has been talked about and spoken of and prophesied even from our human perspective, time immemorial, it appears. there seemed to be well, it's probably not going to happen in this lifetime. And the honest truth is, it has only been very recently, and when I say very recently, I'm speaking of in linear time from our reality perspective. I'm going to say less than about a month, 2 at the utmost, that this actually came to be. Because it's not just, it needs to be understood, it's not just celestial alignments that decide, I guess we can say, that this is the point of the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Those are very telltale signs, and they have to be in accord. But the truth is, we're creating this reality, remember? And it is only because of intention. It is only because of the work that each of us, each of you has done individually and collectively that this is transpiring now. Intention is the steering mechanism of consciousness, and consciousness creates reality. There were a couple of messages that I charged with sharing. I'll be honest, one of them I shared in the last chat. And it was the first one I was going to share here and now. I may still share it, I'm not sure, but I am feeling now to go ahead and share the second message first, and then we'll decide. This was a message that I received on the 17th. Now remember, we moved into there was a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse on this planet on the 14th. And I shared previously that looking for the correct word, give me just a moment. This time span that we're sitting within began where the dawning of the age of Aquarius is come into manifest form, because that's what it has done with our intention. We have brought it into manifest form in our physical reality with our intention. Okay. But that began on the 14th with that solar eclipse, and will run through the 28th of December. So those days right there, the 14th through the 28th, are extremely important. And I'm going to talk about just a moment why they're important and what we need to do. They're important because they are the focal point of, you could say, of the energy feed, for sort of like a funnel, okay, into the center of that Vesica Pisces, that we can intentionally send energy that it will be of the most benefit to the dawning of the age of Aquarius, leading to the highest potential that we can achieve within it. Because you have to understand that just because this event has transpired and is transpiring literally as we speak, as we participate in this, there's no guarantee. We all know, just using the song, okay, by the Fifth Dimension, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, okay, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. So we all have this concept that The age of Aquarius is going to be a utopian age, an age where a golden age where we exist in a sense within nirvana. I'm not saying that is not so. What I am saying is, it is at this point, it is only a potential. It is not a guarantee. Remember, it is with intention that we steer consciousness, and that consciousness is what builds our reality. So in other words, this is not a time to go, oh, give me a bag of chips, I'm hitting the couch and watching TV. Okay, the work is over. No, the hard work is just beginning. There will be, and this is the information that a lot of people aren't particularly crazy about, because as I speak of often, from the human mind filter, we desire to see the universe come into form, expand, grow, and hit completion within our single human lifetime. Well, if we really stop and think about that, we know that's not the way it works, okay? So I can tell you that according to my work and the information I receive, and in use with not only just the Metatronic Numerology, but the other types of ways I get information, the next 200 years is what we can really consider to be the time of the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's not just a one-day thing. It's not a one-year thing. It's the minimum of 200 years. This is a journey, okay? But each of us is the individualized spark of consciousness, of that fractal consciousness of the divine rational mind, chose to be here now, just like we've heard and talked about forever in this lifetime, in this belief system. You chose to be here now. We chose to be here now. You know, there's no accident. This is the time. And it is. We chose to be here now to be a part of this, because in so many ways, across so many dimensions and reality existences, those of us here now, and especially those of us here who are awakened, as we use that term, in other words, the awakening just means we're remembering who and what we are beyond just self in this physical human form. We know we are much more than human, that being human is only one tiny fraction of the multidimensional being that we are. It's easy to forget that sometimes, but it's true, and we all know it. Now our job is going to be remember it consciously, continually. Stay focused, stay dedicated. The work is just beginning. And I'm going to use this term, Kabaha. Remember, we had conversation earlier, the 3 Krones earlier this week, about, and we'll talk about this on another chat, the reward. The reward is we're here now. The reward for all the hard work we have done and will do is right here, right now. So the message I would like to share now, in relationship to what I have just spoken of this 200 years of the dawning of the age of Aquarius, which will incorporate into it many things. But one of the things that will be incorporated into that is going to be a time of spiritual detox for this collective. So this message was one received for this event on the 17th of December. It says, a master is one who has achieved a level of control over self that allows them to seek, know, and hear the answers from within self while under extreme duress. The field of vibrational frequency, known to your collective as the dawning of the Age of Aquarius, and into which your collective reality is just beginning to access, calls for this level of mastery, this level of self-mastery, to be attained and maintained by an unprecedented percentage portion of your species. And this percentage must, it is imperative, be reached at a rate heretofore unknown and unexperienced by humanity of Earth. In other words, quickly. Once again, we're being asked to step up and take on even yet more responsibility for the conscious and intentional co-creation of, one, beginning with the collective consciousness of humanity of Earth. But that's just the beginning point. We are now moving into, with the Age of Aquarius, dawning of the Age of Aquarius, a time, a journey of where the level of knowledge and consciousness that we can attain and the frequencies support it and hold it as a possibility within the fields and even a high probability, but it's still no guarantee. We have to do the work. In this moment, I am hearing to ask each and every one of you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, and slowly, slowly release it. And in that release, turn your focus inward. For there, you can truly see and know who and what you are far beyond the human that you currently exist at in this reality. Know thyself in this moment. Do not doubt who you are. Do not doubt what you are capable of. Know thyself. Please remain in this energy, connected to thyself for just a few moments more. Worlds are ending. Realities are melting away. This is how it should be. This is movement upon the new firma matter, the sacred cosmic terra matter, spoken of by the universal elders of things to come. Those things whose seeds were planted so long ago at the time of the first gathering, of and by those who have dedicated a portion of their eternal existence to the manifesting of collective realities and the worlds created within them. Now is simply the time of the spiraling, of the changing, of the guardians of eternity. I am a universal elder, and I bring this message. Kara unsche aroheme baha safaran kara. In the language of Lemuria, I am the ancient future golden light sovereign soul. I am. Welcome, family. Welcome to the dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Kara unsche anapau nagian. I am the ancient future transitioning immortal. Kara unsche nagian nahe janehe gaihua ka'ai ani. I am the ancient future immortal, birthing the genesis of sacred lands. Kara unsche prana. Kara unsche prana. Admakai Gai Shaim 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 Admakai Gai Shaim. I'd ask that each of you, while still muted, say out loud with me the language of Lemuria words, meaning I am the ancient future breath of life. Kara unche prana. Kara unche prana. Kara unche prana. Kara unche prana. I'm Krone Essence Ka. I'm truly honored that each of you not only have joined in this sacred work, but that each of you have chosen to manifest here now in service to this collective. I'm being called to have us simply sit in the energy of silence. For a few moments more. Please now visualize that that we stand together as this group collective conscious mind, that we stand as a collective of humanity within the Vesica Pisces, formed by the overlapping of the ending of the age of Pisces and the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We stand as a group collective conscious mind gathered here now as a beacon of light within this sacred geometric form. We stand here together in this energy field knowing I am the awakening. Selflessly, I draw myself forward from out of the darkness of slumber and expose that which is hidden. I am the light seen in darkness. There are approximately 30 more minutes before that 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 31 seconds of exact opening of the doorway, when it is the clearest pathway into the age of Aquarius. But we have completed our task here. I want to thank everyone who joined us live for this event, and everyone who will join us in no time, no space by watching the recording of this event. Know that you are no less a participant and a piece of this puzzle. After I end the recording of this event, we will stay online and we can visit and chat and share experiences, and you are welcome to join us. I am Essence Ka, founder and one of the Krones of the International Koalition of Krones. Thank you for joining us. Kaba'a, Ariane, if you would like to say goodbye, go ahead.
Well, thank you for joining us. The energy was amazing. Thank you, Essence, for leading this chat tonight. Absolutely beautiful. I'm speechless. So thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
And for myself, I thank you for joining us too. What an amazing experience. And as I said at the beginning, what a great joy it is to be here at this time of so much potential. See you in the new year. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. So with that, we will end, as we do every IKoK chat, on a sound of silence. Kara unche prana. Kara unche prana. Kara unche prana.